Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, August 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 93. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll have the latest edition of our OTB Top 25, the number 6th ranked team in the country coming your way. And then a little bit later, we'll put a button on Saints preseason. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Game week.
That it is. That it is, sir. It's also 8 a.m.
Right, you are.
So the last couple of weeks, we have been doing the OTB Top 25. It's basically the rankings that everybody's going to go off of.
Yes.
AP poll, doesn't matter. Coaches poll certainly does not matter. This is the OTB Top 25. And so this week, remember, we're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3. And then on Friday, the last day before boot meets ball, we're going to go 2 and 1 for our 2 best teams in the country. Here, a quick recap before we get to Tay-Tay with the number 6 team in the OTB Top 25. At 25, Boise State. At 24, Memphis. 23, Baylor. 22, Georgia Tech. 21, Tennessee. 20, Iowa State. 19, Texas 8-4. 18, Indiana. 17, Ole Miss. 16, Florida. 15, Texas Tech. 14, SMU. 13, Arizona State. 12, Alabama. 11, Miami. 10, Illinois. 9, Texas. 8, Oregon. 7, Notre Dame. And number 6, Tay-Tay.
Number 6, we are staying in the SEC. We have the Georgia Bulldogs as number 6 team in the country.
Here we go now. What do you say? What do you say now?
So, look, they're obviously breaking in a new quarterback with Gunnar Stockton. We saw him play in a few big-time games, and, he held his own. I mean, they didn't ask him to do a ton in that game against Texas, but Georgia wins that game. And against Notre Dame, he goes 20 of 32, 234, a touchdown, no picks. Notre Dame and Texas, you could argue those were the 2 best defenses in all of college football last year.
Fair.
Gunnar Stockton thrown into the fire, and he didn't collapse. He didn't fold. So credit to him there. Now, they're breaking in a lot of new pieces on offense. 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen from a year ago are gone. But the one that is back is Ernest Green, their left tackle, which is big for a guy like Gunnar Stockton. Oscar Delp and Lawson Lucky, a tight end, are both back. Dylan Bell, a receiver from a year ago, he's back as well. So a few weapons for Gunnar Stockton to play with as far as last year goes. Now at running back, it's going to be a committee like we've seen the past few years. Nate Frazier back. He had 671 yards last year. He was kind of their lead back. And then you bring in Josh McCray, the Illinois transfer. He had 600 yards, double-digit rushing touchdowns for the Fighting Illini last year. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch in the backfield. Just 3 returning starters on defense. But let's be honest, it's Kirby Smart. He's earned the benefit of the doubt. The guy's always going to have a good defense. You bring in the Branch brothers, Zion and Zachariah. We'll see if the hype finally turns into on-field production. We'll see what happens there. Look, a lot of young talent, second-ranked recruiting class in 2025. So some new faces in new places. But there's a lot of talent there nonetheless. I do like their schedule the more I look at it. I mean, look, it's tough, but you don't play LSU, you don't play Texas A&M, you don't play Ole Miss, you don't play Missouri. You do get Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Auburn. Now, you have Alabama and Texas on that schedule. Both of those games are in Athens, though. Your toughest road game is Tennessee away. That's your toughest away game, but you got Alabama and Texas at home, and you avoid some of the other heavy hitters in the SEC. So for those reasons, I got the Georgia Bulldogs sitting there at number 6.
Yeah, look, Georgia is somebody that you have to continue to respect. It doesn't really matter, who they start over with at really any position because of what Kirby Smart has built there. Now, this team right here has got more question marks than they certainly have had in the past, and you laid out some of those. Like even a Zachariah Branch, we have heard so many times how good Zachariah Branch was, and we just haven't seen it on the field. And it's like, how dare you say that Zachariah Branch isn't the top transfer in the SEC? It's like, guys, he had 500 yards receiving last year, which is solid, but it's not game-changing. In his career, he's only got a little bit over 800 yards receiving. And so, like, Georgia is banking on Zachariah Branch finally living up to all the hype that everybody's built him up to be coming over from USC. And the thing is, they have to have him be that guy. They really struggled last year with weapons with Carson Beck. Like, receiver, the running backs were good, but they weren't as good as they've typically been. Now, Georgia's really set a standard at running back, but the weapons were a real issue. So you go get Zachariah Branch, you go get Noah Thomas from Texas A&M, another 500-yard receiver, but they need a receiver one. They need somebody to go take that and be close to a 1,000-yard receiver if Georgia wants to get back to the national championship conversation. I like Nate Frazier at running back, but you can't do it anymore just running the football. Even if you do play great defense like Georgia, in a new playoff, you're going to come up with a team that is going to score points, and can you keep up with them? Now, I said it the other day when we were breaking down Notre Dame, who is our number 7 team. Notre Dame brought the fight to Georgia. They were the more physical football team. That doesn't happen to Georgia, but it did that day in the Superdome, and so they got to get back to, having that, hey, we're Georgia, we're going to strike fear in our opponents, because last time out, they got big boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Georgia seems like the team that is just they're just old faithful, just trusty SEC, hard-nosed. They're going to kind of look and emulate that classic SEC-style football team. Really good bigs, good defense. They're going to hold you to some low-scoring games and just be a scrappy bunch. That's going to be a hard beat. And, Kirby Smart has, like Taylor said, has earned the benefit of the doubt on everything. They're going to be a really good football team. I am not real high on Gunnar Stockton as of right now at the quarterback position. I think they're going to lack the firepower at quarterback and receiver this year to make a run to a championship. So I like the spot being at 6 because they're going to be really good. They're going to be in the playoffs. But how far can Stockton take them? That remains to be seen. And I don't think he did anything last year to prove to me that he is going to be an SEC championship, a national championship caliber full-time starter for them. We'll see, though. That remains to be seen. He was a young guy. He can make a lot of improvements, and he did a lot of things really well off schedule, but it all kind of looked hard that he did it last year.
Yeah.
It just looked difficult. It didn't look like it was plays that could be sustained over the length of a season, week in, week out on the SEC schedule and into the playoffs. So I look to them to be very incredibly good, incredibly talented, dangerous, going to win a lot of games. They're going to win, it'll be probably a 10 plus maybe. But I like the pick at 6. I don't think they got that firepower to make a big playoff run.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, and the
hairline.
When I found out I was doing 6, I was like, okay, here's where I'm putting Penn State. I'm not nearly as high on them as everybody else. I was looking at their weapons. I'm like, I can't do it, especially running back.
Yeah.
They got the best duo in the country, and I get that we in this room are not as high on Drew Aller as everybody else. But at least we know what the hell we're going to get. I was like, I cannot put Georgia higher than 6.
That's fair.
And he might turn out to
he might.
He might be like, oh my gosh.
Right now, he's
we've
played 2
at least
games.
seen him.
Yes.
And what I saw, good plays, but it also looked hard. Like all the plays he made were like off schedule type, off schedule type throws. It wasn't really working in offense. And that's what you got to do to be consistently good. Now he's going to win some games and the talent's going to show out, I mean, incredibly high recruit. So he's got the talent, he's got the skills, and he's going to win some games for them. But can it be consistent enough to take a team like that?
Yep, it's going to be different for the Georgia Bulldogs, certainly. Moose, what do you think about the Georgia Bulldogs coming in at number 6?
Yeah, the youth on Georgia this year is really intriguing to me. I mean, Kirby Smart harped on it a bunch at SEC Media Days, and maybe that was just the talking point that he wanted to get across. But over 50% of their roster is underclassmen this year.
Yeah.
I get it. They roll in a bunch of recruits, and they just kind of roll. But they've had a lot more veterans on that team in recent memory in this run.
Yep.
Breaking in a new quarterback with all that youth around Flynn, you were talking about Gunnar Stockton, where it's not just like wow stuff from him. That is intriguing. The schedule is tough. Now, they don't have to open with Clemson again like they did a year ago, but that was Georgia's best game they played all year. Outside of maybe one of the Texas games, but when you look at it offense, defense, the opener was really their best game, and it was kind of just piecing it together from there. So, man, with all that youth breaking in a new quarterback, this is going to be one of Kirby's more challenging teams to make it all come together quickly, I think, for Georgia. I think they could end up surprising people late if they get in, but it might be some growing pains throughout the year for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, luckily for them, they open up with Marshall at home and Austin Peay at home, and so that gives them the opportunity for that new that we're talking about maybe to come together, because then it goes at Tennessee and Alabama
schedule
at home.
Points, like as you say, like their big 2 games
They're both at home,
and the biggest road game at Tennessee.
Tennessee's their only tough road game. I mean, we'll
Depending
see
on what Auburn
is.
yeah.
And who'd you say again? They have
And what is Tennessee going to be?
They have Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Auburn.
But
they do not play LSU.
Now their home
Miss.
opponents: Alabama, Ole Miss, Florida's in Jacksonville, of course, and then Texas. So they got tough opponents, but none of them are at an opposing stadium.
We all do.
And then the Georgia Tech game we talked about got moved from Georgia Tech to Atlanta. So now that's not a true road game.
God, that should be in Bobby Dodd. I know you want some more money, but now it's going to be 80-20 Georgia fans. That should be in Bobby Dodd.
We talked about it earlier,
I heard some crazy stat how many millions they're getting for moving that game to Mercedes. I get it.
It's a lot.
It's like 12 million.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Like $12 million to move that game. I get it. But just know it's going to be an away game for you that's supposed to be a home game. It's in your city, but Athens is down the road, and it's going to be 80-20. So, come on, Brent Key.
I don't know, man. I got a feeling the Georgia Tech fan base is going to show out this year. Making a playoff run.
I'm not saying it's a bad fan base, but when Georgia plays in Atlanta, it doesn't matter if they're playing Texas, Alabama, LSU, whoever. Those fans travel, but it's an hour down the road from your campus, and half of Atlanta is Georgia fans. I'd say 80%.
Who's the biggest Georgia Tech donor? He needs to buy out the tickets.
It's an engineering school, right?
Yeah.
Got to be a biggie.
Yeah.
Got to be a big one in there.
All right.
I say we buy.
Hey, man, they went into Sanford Stadium last year and almost came out with the victory.
Should have.
How many overtimes that? I don't think they're going to be,
I had a money line
intimidated
on
by
that one,
80-20 in Mercedes-Benz.
I had a money
No, they're not
line
going to be
on that.
intimidated, because if there is a group of meatheads in
I don't
college
think
football,
Brent Key teams are ever intimidated.
It is Georgia Tech. I mean, Haynes King ain't going to care. I'm just saying, like, you lost a valuable home game, I think.
Georgia Tech's going to win that one. They're making the playoffs.
I would love for them to make the playoffs.
They would go against our top 25, which I'm still mad at you about. But
Me?
yeah, you put them at 22.
The AP and the coaches didn't even put him in that.
Yeah, they were not ranked.
We have them higher than anybody. What do you mean?
We don't listen to those polls. Those polls are dumb. Ours is factual. Georgia Tech might finish 12th, though.
George W. Woodruff
George W.
gave Georgia Tech $37.5 million in his will. That is one of the largest private gifts ever received by the school.
That's strong, but it was in his will, so I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of dead.
Minus the guy.
He's a little bit
He's a little
dead.
dead.
Saying it's not hard.
He was a little bit deceased.
It wasn't
Alexander
very
Tharp
generous.
gave he raised over $78 million for the
tickets.
school. They had the AT fund, so we'll see if we got Megatron given these days.
I
Megatron's a good
don't
one.
think so.
one of my boys, Tashard Choice, who's now the running back coach for the Detroit Lions. T-Choice, what you giving? What you giving, T-Choice?
Give him back.
Let's go. I want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com is the website. G-E-A-U-X, Tommy with a Y.com. Tommy came over, hung out with us on Friday. Always good to see our guy, Tommy, a member of the Golden Band from Tigerland, by the way. He's fired up for the football season. Everybody's fired up, and you'll be fired up when you have Tommy and the team work on your project. As you see there, year after year after year, award-winning. This year, 2025, in the Advocate, best windows in Baton Rouge. That was Tommy and the team.
Yeah, that was the first time I got to meet Tommy, and man, what a guy, and man, somebody that cares
Great
so
beard.
much about great beard, incredible. Someone that cares so much about the business, the work that they do, and we were proud to be partnered up with them. So windows, doors, sidings, you're talking about lifetime warranties. We know, like, if you have a project, if it's a new house, if it's a renovation, whatever it is, we know you're going to get 2, 3, 4 prices. They just want to be one of them. Let them show you what they can do. Go to GoTommys.com.
By the way, Farmageddon was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It was sloppy. It was raining a little bit, but once they kind of honed in and shored everything up, the ball was on the ground a lot. I know that, but first game of the year, conditions weren't great, but at least Farmageddon lived up to the hype.
What a start. What a
great start.
college football start is incredible. It was like,
that was two like old school throwback meathead football teams.
and it's even perfect, like in a terrible field. Come on, Ireland. What are we doing? I blame you, Ireland, the whole country.
Also, can we
You gotta do something about that field,
paint?
though.
Can we get some better paint in Ireland?
Well, what are we doing?
Even before it started raining, you could barely read that crap, and it happened last year too.
That's like
That's what I was gonna say.
That's like the childproof type paint. It kind of washes away easily. They can swallow it. Like you can
touch it and it's gone.
That's exactly right. They were just playing on a park, like a bad park.
Yeah, that field's never been good.
No,
It hasn't, like, ever.
just it's not made for athletes that size.
Nah.
Not meant for 300-pounders putting those
Super
cleats in the ground.
Fast, athletic, powerful, quick people.
Jake, is that a soccer thing though? Because I noticed,
Yeah.
I watch
Bad fields.
No, every time I watch soccer, field's faded. It's not like crisp white lines or anything like that.
Oh, Taylor, it's a pitch. Actually,
It is pitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true.
It is actually.
Play
That's
with
factual,
our
yeah.
boots on.
Yeah, that's what they call them
Strap up the boots.
while wearing kits.
Soccer is objectively dumb.
Says from the guy that watches people riding bicycles for a month long.
Everybody in the world knows how to ride a bike.
Oh, I guess
Everybody knows how to play
everybody
soccer.
can't kick a soccer ball,
Is that as easy as it is? Just kick.
and not everybody knows how to ride a bike.
Who doesn't?
There's plenty of people.
Roy
that don't know
Kent
how to
didn't
ride a
know.
bike.
Roy Kent didn't know.
He didn't know.
It's fair. It's fair. Great point. Soccer player. Can't trust him.
Like, I'm okay with you making fun of soccer if you didn't sit there for a month and watch people riding bikes on your laptop.
during the show.
That is
during the
tough.
show.
I mean, that's
In
tough
spandex.
to beat.
You're making
actually,
fun
yeah.
of kits and boots when the people that you were watching were wearing like singlets, spandex, which is fine because I'm not throwing
Don't
shade,
you
but
belittle Tade Pagacha or Jonas Vingegaard. Those dudes bike thousands of miles over a 3-week period of time. All your guys do is fake injuries.
cool.
These guys riding down mountains,
It's only the most popular
60
sport in the
mile
world.
per hour. You kidding me?
It's
Most
for,
fragile collarbones in the world.
yeah, your elitist bikes. How much those bikes cost?
Probably a lot.
Yeah. To play soccer, you need a ball and some chalk to draw some goals on the wall.
How much do those boots cost?
You don't have to have them.
Oh, you also have to have hundreds of millions of dollars to pay your players that just sit there, fake injuries, kick a ball, maybe score a goal every 17 games.
No,
That's fun. Exciting.
it's a defensive sport, bud.
Yeah. Oh, 0-0. Let's tie. Oh, good game. We tied. That was fun. How many points did we get?
One. It's called a draw.
Got 1 point.
Yep.
Hopefully we don't get relegated. At least in the bikes, they're at least racing down hills, mountains. Ever heard of the Alps?
You're not going to convince me that cycling's cooler.
I'm not saying all cycling, just that one. Just that one race.
Okay. All right.
How'd we get here?
How do we get here? I don't know. Because of the pitch.
Squirrel.
The pitch.
Squirrel.
The Farmageddon, the great football game that you turned it into something else. Anyways, both those teams pretty good.
They were good.
Both those quarterbacks pretty good too. Rocco Beck, we talked about it. Like the ceiling is not incredibly high, but and I hate it because this player played for the same school, and we fall into these. He's got like some Brock Purdy in him, though. Like, he's never going to wow you, but man, he's going to get it done. It's going to be efficient when the game's on the line. Like Rocco Beck, he didn't stray from the game plan. Like, he didn't try to do too much. He played within the system. Like, it was a fun game to watch. And then look, Kansas State went for it on their 29. I know that my boy Dusty Dvorak on the call didn't like it. I'm like, look, you got a running quarterback. They're up 3. You've gotten to the point where you can't stop them. Like, Iowa State had found something.
It was 6.5 left?
Yeah, I even like the play call. It just, the safety made a great play. He filled the hole. He hit your quarterback. Your quarterback fell short. They went and scored. Now, you went and scored, and then you had a chance. You still had a chance. All you had to do was stop him. You brought pressure. Iowa State, again, their quarterback. You saw him. He was putting everybody up. Right before the play, he says something to the back, which I think he put him on a free release. Mm-hmm. So they bring the pressure. Here comes a free rusher right over his head. Boom, touchdown.
Love to see it.
Well, down on the 1, and thankfully, if you had the under, which that was my pontoon parlay pick, he didn't score. He got to the 1.
Yeah, so how fitting is it that everybody's been like dying for football to come back, and then the first game out of the gate for college football, there's a extremely bad beat for over bettors.
Oh, I know.
So that was like deep, that like from a coaching and a player's point of view, the absolute right thing to do is to take a knee on the 1-inch line. Like that's
sure.
what you do, because you got the game in hand. Like, everybody players like, oh, score. First of all, it gets reviewed.
Yeah.
And it comes back.
Yeah.
Not a touchdown. So, like, you got people celebrating. But what great fitting way. And it's like, hey, bettors, did you miss it? Did you?
Yeah.
You missed that feeling of just losing right at the last minute.
On the pontoon parlay, so I had the under. I hit.
We went 2-2. I hit as well. I had a Hawaii minus 2.5. They won by 3.
Yep, they did. You had the under in UNLV, and they went way over, I think.
They were way over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game, though.
38-31, which...
Yeah. And then
So
Alondra had Fresno State?
covering the 13, and they did not.
They got blown out, yeah. Okay, 2-2, not,
If you would have stayed with your original pick, we'd have went 3-1, Matt.
I know.
It's true.
I know.
Although he didn't pay attention to us at all. So
I didn't pay attention to y'all at all. I would mention one thing from the Kansas State game. Did y'all see Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson's father and older brother getting a fist fight right outside the game? Whoa.
Laying in a puddle, too.
Laying in a puddle. Nasty fight.
They were just embracing Ireland. That's it. I mean, that's a very Irish thing to do.
Too many pints.
Yeah.
I get it. Super.
One too many
wild.
Guinness. All right, we're long for a break. I know you can't do that anymore. We'll take that break, and when we come back, as I mentioned, we will get now to the New Orleans Saints, their quarterback situation. How did they look the other day against the Broncos? And we'll do it all here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. More power, more protection, and obviously peace of mind, because the Gulf is heating up. We all know that, right? We got some activity in there, and it is not too late to get that whole home generator installed. If you're on the North Shore, 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, 225-300-9389. That is the way to get in contact with Boudreaux's. They have over 80 generators right now in stock, ready to go. So call them. Get it installed, BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, there is honestly nothing more valuable than having peace of mind. Peace of mind for your family, peace of mind for your house, your things, the venison that you killed last fall and it's still in that freezer. Man, protect your things. It is hurricane season, and like Jake said, they are ready to roll, so they can get it installed fast. So give them a call, and if you already have a generator, maybe you set them up for maintenance. Go give them a checkup just in case those power. Be the envy of the neighborhood. Keep the lights on. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
...2007 champs. Purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. The New Orleans Saints played another preseason game, and they did not score again touchdown-wise in the first half, and they lost 28-19.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little troublesome.
What is it?
A little troublesome. It's not great, Bob.
Well, man, I'm watching that game, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I need to watch this. I need to come up with good talking points on this quarterback battle. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching, and like the game ended, and I'm like, I got nothing. I got really nothing. Both quarterbacks, they look fine. They look fine. They're working the offense.
Y'all, listen. The quarterbacks actually are not the issue like Flynn's been trying to tell you. Am I saying that you've got Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady? No, I'm not. But the operation of it is actually on schedule. Like the operation of it, getting in and out of the huddle, getting the right checks, making the right read. Like there's so much good in there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that the ceiling's incredibly high, but I don't think the floor is as low as we think.
Nobody knows what the ceiling really is,
right?
Because you're not going to know. Like you aren't going to know.
I don't think they're going to be generational, but
right.
Like my whole point in saying that, and you're right, but my whole point is like the floor is not as low as people think.
No,
like when you watch just go watch the tape. When there's struggles with the New Orleans Saints offense, I don't circle the quarterback position very often with the negative plays.
No.
They have a real issue in the interior of their offensive line. We've talked about it to nauseum. We've talked about it, but it's still there, and it's not going away. And I just don't understand how it's gotten so poor. Now, Cesar Ruiz has always been inconsistent, but I don't see the highs anymore. He graded out at 47% this week. Y'all know, look, we love to go out here and raw dog some PFF grades. It's what we do. All right, so we check these often, and we'll go and we'll see, and does it match up with the tape? 95% of the time it does. The tape says he played at a 47%. And we're talking about run blocking was a 45%. Pass protection was a 49%. So he didn't do either one of them well. And you hate to keep picking on the same player over and over again. It's not just him. It's both guard positions. But it's got to go so far up from where it's at right now. Now, Eric McCoy, who hasn't played much better. And he's maybe the best overall offensive lineman on the team. I understand that. But he should be rusty. He played better. When you're a young quarterback, old quarterback, 5 minutes in or 15 years in, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a chance to step up in the pocket with confidence, you're not going to be any good. And I didn't play the position, and I can tell you that, because as a pass protector, whenever there would be a linebacker through the A gap, I knew, all right, I don't just have to win here. I got to dominate, because if I don't, I'm going to screw the quarterback, because he's not going to have anywhere to step up. If I've got pressure from the outside, I can find a way to get a throw off. If I've got pressure right now through the A and B gaps, I've got nowhere to go. It doesn't matter if you're Lamar Jackson or if you're Peyton Manning. It doesn't matter how athletic you are. And time again, and this isn't just in the passing. I'm talking about when you're running the football as well. If a guy comes off the edge, maybe I have a chance. Maybe I can make him miss and I can bounce it to the outside. Again, even running the football, if I've got pressure right now in the middle of the defense, where am I supposed to go? If the guy's doing his job containing on the edge and I've got immediate pressure from the A and B gaps, what am I supposed to do? And so that's why I say, like, when you watch the tape, the quarterbacks actually are doing everything they're supposed to be doing as far as keeping the team on schedule. The operation of the offense actually has been better than I thought it would be. But if they continue to give up what they're giving up currently in the middle of their offense to the defense, they are not going to be successful. And Flynn, it's so frustrating, because you're talking about a first-round pick, guy that you extended, a guy that's had peaks and valleys, but now those peaks are gone and he's living in the valley.
Yeah, and I guess unfortunately for Saints fans, like as far as like shaping this roster, there's so many injuries as well. Like, he's not going anywhere. Like
No.
you're kind of stuck with what you got.
Because Trevor Penning's not even in, so you're to your third guard on the left side.
I mean, you're going to have to bring some people in. You're going to have to bring a couple of bodies in that are going to be released from other teams, and that's how the NFL works. It happens all the time, and it's not to say you're not going to get somebody good or can be inserted and fit in right away, because you'll probably get somebody good, and you probably can. You're going to get some young up and comers, or you're going to get some guys that have had really good careers that are a little bit older. But you're going to have to fill in some gaps on these injuries. And with the people that are playing right now, there's probably not many guys going anywhere because of just the strict numbers. So they're going to have to get better on the fly. Or as a play caller, play designer, offensive coordinator, like you're going to have to be great. But I'm watching these games, and it's quarterback's the big talk, because who is it going to be? You're talking about one of 32 NFL starters that haven't been named. The only team that hasn't named one. And we're talking about an NFL starting quarterback, and we haven't named one. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to watch, and I'm trying to grade, and I'm trying to, find any good nuggets to tell people. And I'm like, I got nothing. I'm watching these games, and it's a big nothing burger for me watching the quarterbacks and trying to make a decision. Because they're both going through their reads. They're throwing it to the right person. They're making, for the most part, accurate throws. There's just there's no amazing moment. That neither one of them had a moment. It's like, oh my God, that's incredible. But in a game and in preseason, you're not going to get that. You're not going to know a guy's a dude until the fourth quarter of the first game, or maybe the second game, maybe it's the third game. How do they play when the nuts are on the line? How do they play when the game is there and you have to make a play? A guy's got to show out. So they have done everything that had been asked of them. They maybe if Spencer Rattler hits that skinny post off the play action, maybe it's an RPO, the little 5-step skinny slant, glance route, bang gate, whatever you want to call it. If he hits that, maybe that throw gets him the starting nod for week one. If he just hits that one, I mean, and he still should have made the catch, but he should have made a better throw. Then you look, Chuck, he played well, but he made some bad throws too. It's just there was no knockout blow by either one of them, and that's okay, because they still played within the offense. They played within the system, and they played fine. They didn't play bad.
Fine's actually a good word.
Fine. But what the way the protection was, but the play calling too. We weren't pushing. We weren't throwing punches out there from play. Some guys like to go out there with their starting offense.
It feels real vanilla right now.
Yeah, as play callers and some head coaches' philosophy, I'm gonna go out there with my starters, and I'm gonna try to play. I'm gonna try to hit some deep passes because I want my starters out of there. So we're either gonna score quick or we're gonna punt, and I'm gonna get my starters out. We didn't do that. We tried to work our offense and try to run as much as we can and get improvement with the offensive line, hit smaller passes, let them work through these checkdowns. It just wasn't any pushing the ball down the field, which again, it's fine too. Just everything about the quarterback battle has been fine. Now you have to make a decision, and you got to roll. So we've been saying that we think Spencer, from experience, is a guy, but in all honesty, with the offensive line play that we've seen, you're going to need both these quarterbacks to play well at times this year. It's just factual.
Yeah.
Jake
laughing,
Hayner, get your mind right, Jake.
I know. It's so, and we got some chatter in the chat that actually, I agree with what you're saying, because I do think Tyler Shuck does have probably the higher ceiling of what he can do. Maybe
based on what? I mean, I think they both have high ceilings. They both can run. They both have big arms. They both spin it well. Let's look at their stats.
I guess probably just because of where he was drafted, and
we get enamored by
the height and the arm. I get that, but here's why I've been saying Spencer Rattler's your starting quarterback, because it's going to be so off schedule with what you have in front of you. And I think and this probably is not fair to Tyler Shuck, because I feel like it's been a very even battle. But because Spencer Rattler makes better plays when he's off schedule compared to Tyler Shuck, he might get the starting job because of that. Because, look, Spencer Rattler dealt with this when he was at South Carolina. He was running for his life, but still would light it up. I just don't think you're going to get clean pockets very often. I think there's going to be chaos. And I think with that, Spencer Rattler gives you the best opportunity, because he does make plays when he's got to improvise back there, when he doesn't have a clean pocket, better than Tyler Shuck right now. So, again, it's probably not fair to Tyler Shuck, but in a position battle that's as close as this one is, what's going to be the deciding factor if I was naming a starting quarterback, it would be the off-schedule plays that Spencer Rattler can make because you're going to live off schedule.
Tyler Shuck, 67% completion, 333 yards. Spencer Rattler, 70% completion, 295 yards. Shuck, 1 TD, 1 interception. Rattler, 1 TD, 1 interception. Decide. Go.
I'm going Rattler.
I'm going Rattler, too.
Going to rat that.
You need them both.
You're gonna need. I really like. I hate that it's true.
I think they both.
But I do think they're both going to have to play.
Yeah, for sure.
Musso, starting quarterback for the Saints.
Yeah, no, I think it's Spencer Rattler as well. I mean, he's getting the third preseason start. I think that actually does mean something. He looks like we'll really get our answer this week when they start to get back out there where the first team reps go. But I mean, it's not a lot of experience, but he's got more experience. So I think for the first game, you're going to run him out there solely on that, and let's see what you got. I mean, Flynn, you were talking about it before the show, before we came on air, the stats being similar. You just rattled some of them off there. I went and looked at them as well. I mean, they've each led 5 scoring drives. Like it's
I know.
They're the same player. Like they've done the exact same thing. So I guess give me the guy who's got a touch more experience in the NFL.
Yeah. Tay?
I don't want to be boring.
Yeah, do it.
I'll go Rattler for kind of what. Yeah, you know what? Wild card
with the
wild
rugby
card.
ball.
Guy y'all ain't talking about. No, I mean I think Mr.'s right. I mean I think starting the third preseason game because look, we've had a few guests on the show that have said, well, it's very evident that Kellen Moore wants Tyler Shuck to start.
They've said the Saints won't.
Which is why he put him in there for the 2-minute drill and everything. My thing is, okay, if they wanted him to start, why the hell didn't he start on Sunday or Saturday or whenever it was? Like. Spencer Rattler started 2 out of 3 of these games. He's worked with the ones a lot more in preseason. Like, to me, yeah, it's not like he's outperformed Tyler Shuck or been worse than Tyler Shuck, but when I look at who has the most experience, who's played with the ones a lot more in preseason, it kind of leans towards Spencer Rattler.
Rat Pack.
Oh, man.
And if it's not good, let's go to the Shuck truck.
I don't think anybody gives a shuck, though. I don't know. I'm hoping to be surprised, but right now, it's very vanilla. And you haven't seen a lot of different looks. Now, we know Kellen Moore is going to give you that. Like, he's got a track record of doing it in Dallas, in L.A., in Philly. But, like, right now, watching the preseason, I get it. I get why you're upset. I get why, there's questions, there's concerns. Like, I totally understand it. So, yeah, we got to go to break.
Yeah. They're going to be fine.
Just what every person wants to hear. You look fine.
Yeah, not bad.
More OTB on the other side.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. If you're buying new, if you're leasing, if you're renting, they are the one-stop shop. Rentals. If you're going to watch the Tigers play this Saturday and you're like, man, I am trying to fit all of this tailgating equipment in our current vehicle. It just will not fit. Well, go rent a Toyota. You can drive it up to Clemson, South Carolina, and you can get a Tundra, a Tacoma, a Sequoia. Everything that they offer in new and leasing, they offer in the rental department. Per day rental prices, much better than you're going to get at those big rental places. You got to drive to the airport to go pick up your vehicle, right? And you get like 3 options to choose from. Not the case over at All-Star. Every single vehicle is available. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Yeah, whether it's new vehicles, used vehicles, like Jake said, the rental vehicles are actually like literally the best rental prices you can get, and you can choose any car on the lot. So if it's just time for something new, if you're driving around, you're like, all right, I need an upgrade. Make it a Toyota and get it from All-Star. They can go see anything they have on the lot right there on their website. Go visit them right now, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
So like relax, I'm spilling these raps long as you feel them. To the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal thoughts when I'ma stop sending them. Women are caught in web, spin them in hawk venom. Adrenaline shots, the penicillin could not get the
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. This was on the playlist for me, Ball. This was one of them.
It's a good one.
S tier. Well done, Moose.
This was not on mine. This might have been one of those ones that get me a little too hyped.
Yeah, again, like you're worried about being, precision passer. I'm worried about going to hit the wedge on the first play,
That's a good point.
Yeah. Back in the day, where there was the before they outlawed the wedge in the NFL, Well, now you can have a 2-man wedge, but used to you could have as many as you wanted to. And the Kansas City Chiefs had 4 linemen, either offense or defensive linemen in their wedge, and I was the L5.
Yep.
And you just kind of look up and you're like,
call that a wedge buster.
You're kind of making counts. You're like, yep, that's going to be me. And then you just like kamikaze style, just go ahead and you take out the wedge and hope your partners make the play.
Yeah, that's pretty much like if you're a fullback on any roster or a backup linebacker, like the program should say FB/WB for wedge buster. That's your job.
Yeah.
CTE.
Oh man, the Chiefs used to be the worst because they were bad at the time. It's before Mahomes. Brody Croyle was their starting quarterback, and then they had Tyler Thigpen. They had one of the Hewards.
Throw that ball.
Damon Heward.
Brody could spin it now. Mm-hmm. He could spin it, but the whole team didn't have a lot. I mean, he just throw it up to Debo, and Debo would go make a play. But
Damon Heward, I think.
Was it? It was one of them. But man, they had a good special teams. Like that probably was their problem, and I'm not trying to be funny. Their whole team was made up of like elite special teamers. You know what I mean? Like the linebackers that were really good at special teams, but not like defensive football. Mm-hmm.
Was that Dante Hall?
Was Dante?
Was he that a little after him?
It might have been Jamal Charles. It might have been the returner because he hadn't won the running back spot just yet. Yeah, because Jamal Charles, even year 2 or 3 in our career, we're the same class. He was playing wing on punt. That was not very fun, trying to chase him. Although I did block a punt on him. I don't know how we got there, but yeah.
We're there.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Brody Chiefs, yeah. Brody Croyle.
Brody Croyle. Swoop hair. What do you think Brody Croyle's doing right now for a living? Insurance?
I went to insurance.
Commercial real estate?
I was going to say real estate. He gives me real estate vibes.
Yeah. Whatever he's doing, he's crushing it.
Yeah.
Has to.
Does he give you a little Derek Dooley vibe?
Yeah.
Because Derek Dooley, we always said it.
Yeah.
We always said that he was kind of a politician.
Always said he was going to be a politician.
And what's he doing now?
Running Senate, right?
I think he's running for Senate.
In Georgia. So
he is an actual politician. I mean, he walked like it. He spoke like it. He was a politician coaching football.
Yeah. I mean, look, he worked hard.
Yeah.
But going from that to Larry Porter, who had played at a very high level at running back in college at Memphis, it was completely different because Dooley was our running back coach. Mm-hmm. And then we went to Larry Porter. It's like, okay, this is a little different.
Yeah, so he's running 2026 Republican bid for U.S. Senate in Georgia. And we all know he can't scout quarterbacks either.
Certainly one with fat ankles.
I remember him there at that Nike camp, too, watching me. And then I didn't know that he reported back to Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher that I had fat ankles and I couldn't do it.
How about that? That sting a little bit? It worked out for you, but for Dooley to almost ruin your life.
Because of my strong ankles?
Because of your cankles. Your cankles almost ruined your entire life.
Are those fat? I don't think so. Those are nice.
Where does the calf end and the ankle begin?
Well, there's clearly a calf there. There is.
Yeah, there's a calf. It's the ankle we're worried about. All right. We got to go to break.
Don't body shame me.
More OTB when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to ascend-travel.com. It is not too late. You've got the big game in Clemson, South Carolina coming up. And if you want to go and you want to go in style, go to ascend-travel.com. They plan so you can fan. Everything is taken care of. How you get there, where you're going to stay once you get there, how you're going to get to and from the game. And then, honestly, even a tailgate situation, exclusive tailgates that you get to get into. So you don't have to worry about a single thing. Everything is taken care of. I can't tell you, getting to and from the game, if you've ever gone to any kind of road game for LSU, you know that is the worst part. And so they take care of that for you. That's worth the price right there. So go to the website today, ascend-travel.com.
Yeah, Ascend Travel, proud partner of LSU Athletics. It's Monday, games on Saturday. But it's not too late. Give them a call, man. If you're kind of in panic mode, if you got some clients you need to impress, whatever it is, give them a call. Let them plan the tickets, the flight, the travel to and from hotel, everything. Go check them out. Ascend-travel.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, Tiger fans, when the game is on, there's only one way to celebrate the wins, the rivalries, and the trash talk. It's with an ice cold Dos Equis in hand. From tailgates to watch parties, Dos Equis is the beer that brings the bold flavor and smooth finish every fan can cheer for. So, crack one open, raise it high, and stay thirsty, my friends. Dos Equis, proud supporter of college football Saturdays and fans who bring the juice. Enjoy responsibly.
Tiger fans, it's time to put up or shut up. Let's delete some beers this week. Let's cheer on our Tigers. Go for Dos Equis. Drink responsibly. Dos Equis.
All right, before we get to our guy, Devin Snow, at 9 a.m., and again, we got Matt Mock at 9:30. Very excited for that conversation. Yeah, you know exactly who that is, sir. National champion, number 18.
Hosted me on my official visit.
Was my team dentist for the Denver Broncos. Total surprise when I walked into that room. Hey, Matt, what are you doing here? You coming back?
Why are you asking me to cough? You're my dentist.
All right, I'm going to make y'all do something that's going to be pretty hard. New Orleans Saint, you're most excited about heading into this 2025 season?
Danny Stiltzman.
Okay.
Oh, good
there
answer.
We go. Good answer.
Good answer.
Kool-Aid.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Y'all took the good ones. I'll go Shaheed.
Yeah.
That's
probably.
I'll go Rashid Shaheed.
That's where I was going to go. I'm just going to piggyback on that. I'm going to go Rashid Shaheed. The practice I went to, nobody could cover him. If he stays healthy, he is a true game changer. That's a player that I think brings the most juice as well. I mean, he can go 80 yards in the blink of an eye, so I'll go Rashid Shaheed as well. So there we did it. Positive. New Orleans Saints talk.
Yeah, we did. Good for us.
We did it.
Go Saints.
Now, saying that, I don't know how positive it's going to be when Devin Snow joins us when we come back here on OTB.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to KTOZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out for KTZ Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been doing it since 2004. If you go to that website, you'll see in the top right corner there is contact information for the greater Baton Rouge area, for the Lafayette area, and for the North Shore. All right there. They can help you in all of those areas. But, hey, even if you're in the 318, right, you're listening to us up in Shreveport or Alexandria, you can give them a call as well, or you can go to the website to get everything scheduled. Again, that is KTOZBlinds.com.
Right, K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. They got blinds, they got shades, shutters, drapes, stuff with motors on it, stuff without motors on it, all things that are going to make your house look great, look beautiful, but also save you money every single month on your utility bills by keeping your house more efficient. So go see them today. Brand new website. That's K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, K2ZBlinds.com.